And mashallah, I see that some of you have started already playing with the tool and making some applications. So I want to hear from you first. Do you have any questions? Did you face any issues regarding what we have explained yesterday?
Actually, it was a good lesson, a good course. I don't have any questions, but I didn't have time to create all of the assets actually. But I will try to do it today.
Okay. Anyone else have any
Sir, I
questions?
have a question.
Yeah.
Sir, yeah, this is my loan management system. In this, I want to add some multiple items in a list. I forgot to add. Kindly you shortly give me this some item added or something.
Okay, multiple items. You mean you are trying to do a list, a drop-down list, and you
Drop
are
down list or yeah, multiple items like loan type check boxes.
okay. Yeah, you mean multi-select?
Yes.
You mean multi-select? Okay, we have a specific attribute or UDA called multi-select here. It's actually in the complex fields. I didn't explain it yet, but you can use it if you have this case. It's called multi-select drop-down.
Okay.
This
And how
actually,
to add the item on this?
sorry,
How to add items?
it's the same as you link. Let me show you now.
Okay.
This is the field info. Okay. Actually, I'm going to tell you quickly now, and later, inshallah, I will explain it in more details. In the multi-select drop-down list, you have the list of the applications. You can link or choose the applications from the same application or other applications in your environment. So if this is your application, loan management, then you select your module and then the form and then the field name. That's it. Which field do you want to be represented or displayed in this drop-down list? You can choose from here. Either it can be only one value or multiple values actually in the display value, in the caption.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the way you can use the multi-select and save, and that's it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, any other questions?
No, sir.
Okay, before we proceed with today's session, let me first edit this and call this HR system. Okay, and enter our designer mode. Okay, inshallah, today we will talk about different topics. We will complete the simple fields and some of the complex fields that we commonly use while designing our applications. So we have talked about the text field, the check box, the numeric field, the calculated field, dates, and memo, text area, value list, image, and grid. let's talk about grid. And actually, I want to hear from you first. What do you think? Can you guess what is the grid attribute?
List of records connected to master record.
Exactly. So if I want to display multiple records or list of records, I can use the grid. For example, can you give me an example that I can use here in my employee form?
Employee can have several leave requests. We can list previous leaves.
Leaves, okay. So this is for display. I'm not talking about display. I'm talking about maybe we can say if he
Maybe
has
his organizational history, his department history, which year he worked where, something
okay.
like that.
Okay, something like that. Also, most simple is if he has multiple contacts or multiple addresses, isn't it?
Right, email, mobile number,
Exactly,
others.
exactly.
Multiple
So
mobile numbers.
yeah, yes. So let's do this. Let's use the grid here. Let's give it a name with contacts. Okay, I will put it in different panel. Add new panel. Tab view, and this will be contacts. And it will be sub panel from our main panel, which is the title. Okay, and save. Okay. The field info, I don't have anything here in this is the name, the database and visibility. Okay. I can control these, the PDF orientation. Okay, let's save and see what do we have here. Okay, we have our contacts tab, and this is the way I add a new grid now. Okay, if now I want inside this grid to add multiple fields that I can use inside this grid, multiple headers, the headers that I'm going to use. So in this edit field gear icon, I will click on this, or sorry, and this one, this is the one, and start adding my headers. I will add first the okay, I want something called the contact type. Either it will be home, personal, emergency, work. So I need a list of this first. So I need to do this first.
By the way, can other colleagues mute themselves? We have
Yes,
one
Karim,
some noise in
could
the
you mute your
background.
mic? Karim Muhaldin.
Thank you,
Thank
thank you,
you.
colleagues.
Okay, thank you all. Okay, so first, before we proceed with the contacts, I need something, as I said before, something called contact types that has multiple values. If it's a personal type, if it's an emergency, work. So I will start doing these values first. I can do a dictionary, as we said previously, or I can do a static value list. Which one is more suitable for these contact types? Can you tell me?
I think dictionary, if we want users to go and make updates when they have changes in their contacts.
Okay, exactly. So the most suitable one is the dictionary module. I will add a new dictionary module called contacts, contact types. Okay, and this is going to be under the menu called lookups. and save. Okay, add new header name, contact name, contact type name, text, and save. Make sure that it has a privilege, yes. Okay, and go to the HR system, lookups, add contact types. Okay, I will start adding personal work see. Okay, maybe I can add later. This is enough. Let me go back to my application. To my form, employees. Go to the contacts grid. Okay, and now I will start adding my headers. First, I will add the contact type. And its type will be value list, dictionary. And this dictionary I will choose from here, from my dictionaries. It's contact types, dictionary field. It's called contact name, and that's it. Okay, this is my first header. It's contact type. Okay. What else do I need? I need phone number. This is the text. And email. So okay, maybe if this contact is active or not. So let me add a checkbox. Okay, and save. Okay, let me go to the run mode. Okay, so we have here in the contacts, I can add new contact now. Select the contact type. It's personal, for example. I have the phone number and the email. And this is active. I can make this as a default value. It will be active. And save. And add a new one and so on. This is the work. Okay, and save. You see, I can now add multiple values in the same UDA. So this will display multiple values. And actually, this will impact in the database as a table. So this has a separate table in the database that is linked to my main table. Let me show you here in Designer. If I go here in this UDA and go to the field info, I can see the table name, data table. So if I select all from this table from the database, I can see the different values. So it's linked with the all my main table with primary and foreign key, which is the RIC ID. We can later view the database view from the database. So do you have any questions till now? Okay. Okay, maybe we can add also the addresses. So he has multiple addresses. Addresses. Okay. And this is going to be in a new panel. Okay, and save. Okay, and add here address. And so on. So I can now have, I have now two grids, one for the contacts and one for the addresses. Okay, now let me add a new module called the leave management so I can integrate between the employee and the leave management and use actually new attributes and new UDAs. So let's start together adding this application or adding this module, sorry. Leave management. It's going to be a form module. Okay. And that's it, save. Okay, can you help me? What do I need now in my leave management? Yeah, I want to listen from you guys.
Basically, you will need two things. Number one, the leave type, and the second, the leave application form. And might be there can be approval flow for approving of a leave request.
Okay, perfect. So exactly, we will start actually doing the leave type, maybe. I will
Start
add,
date and date, yeah.
yeah. Okay, let me add new module here called leave types. And this will be dictionary. Okay, and save. Add new header name, leave type. And this is the text. Okay. Go back to my leave management and now I can use it. Okay. I will add first the auto ID, record ID for this request. So this is will be a request ID prefix and I will add new panel. Okay, and this is okay, the span size is 3. Okay. What else do I need? I need the date. Okay, so the request date. And as we did before, I need this to detect actually the current date as I initialize the form. Okay. Okay, now I need the employee name. So each request will have an employee name with the request date and number of leave days and leave type and so on. So we will start using a new attribute now. Actually, we commonly use while implementing systems called the form list. What is the form list? The form list simply is a drop-down list that I can look or view values from another form I have from different application or the same application. And it has multiple features also. It has the mapping, it has the filter feature. We will see this now. I will use the form list. So this will be the called the employee. Employee, okay. Span size is 3 and the field info. Now I will start filling this form list. First thing, I will start selecting the application. So I will get this employee name from where? From my HR system. So this is my main application. The module name called employees. The form is employees form. These are the two grids that we have created, the addresses and the contacts. I need the employees form. So I will get from the employees form what field. I can actually select multiple values from here or only one value to be displayed in this drop-down list. So I will select the employee name. I can select the employee name plus the employee ID. It will be concatenated in one value. Okay, so let me do this. Okay, and that's it. Let me save and add privilege and see the result or the output in the run mode. Give this privilege. Fine. Okay, if I go to the leave management, I can see now my 3 attributes and the employee. Now I can see my employees. Now the 2 records that I have, the name plus the ID. Okay, clear.
Can we change the order of the display? For example, first ID is appeared and then the name of the employee.
We can do this simply by going there and select or deselect, and then what do you need first? The ID, the employee ID, then the name. So this is the order, you see. I have first the employee ID, then the employee name.
Okay, the order in which we select the field, the same will be applied to the order of the appearance, right?
Sorry, again?
In which the order you select the field, the same will be the order of the appearance, right? For example, you selected first ID and name. If I select first name and ID, then the order will be this name and ID
Exactly.
accordingly, right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So let me save and go back to the run mode. Okay, now I can see the ID first, then the name.
Sorry to interrupt you. What is the dialogue that appear? You always discard your changes. So what kind of that dialogue is come over here?
What do you mean by dialogue changing?
When you when you came on this form, a dialogue appeared
Ah,
where
okay.
you
Let me
A
let me
mentioned.
show
pop-up
you.
when you click when you click
Yeah.
save after to go to the raw mode.
Let me, okay, here, how is it? If I have any changes, if I discard any changes, so it tells me that, yeah, are you sure you want to continue and discard the changes that you have made? That's it.
No, but actually you have done you do too many things and then go to another thing. So what I'm assuming that you should save your changes rather discarding your changes.
Mm, yeah, maybe, yeah. Okay. Uh, okay, now if you can see, now in the form list, I have now two buttons called the build filter that I can filter in this list actually, and mapping, something called build mapping. So can you guess what I can do with these two functions, two features in the form list?
Filter will be used for the search fields and mapping will be used to bind the employee information to the leaf application.
Exactly, exactly. So if I need something from the employee name, from the employee form, sorry, if I need the ID to be in separate field, if I need the salary, for example, to be mapped in a different field, so I can use the mapping here. Okay, so I have in the mapping, I can define the mapping definitions here. I have the source and the target. So what I will get from the source here, all the fields. Maybe I need something here. Maybe let's actually add a new text field and get, for example, if I need, what information do I need in the leave uh, from the employee? Okay, maybe I can get the name, employee name. Yeah, and this is 3. Sorry, guys, excuse me for a minute. I will answer my phone.
No worries.
Sorry about that, guys.
No worries. Welcome back.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we will start doing the mapping now. If I go to the field info, build my mapping, so what I will get from the employee form, I will get the name, for example, employee name. And the target will be the new field that I have created, which is the employee name also, and save. That's it. Now I have built a mapping. I've got a new value from the form, from the source, my source, and put it in my current form, which is the target. So and save, and that's it. If I go to the run mode now, this is what you are talking about, right? So your changes will be
Yes.
discarded. Do you want to proceed or continue editing? Yes, discard changes. It's nothing yet. Okay. See, now I have done the mapping. Okay, let me go back to my module, leave management. What else do I need in the leave management? Can you help me?
Start date, end date, request starts, and some description maybe.
Okay, let's do this.
Leave type, first of all.
And leave type first, okay. And actually, let me add the leave type first. And in this time, I will use the form list to get the leave type. So this is the leave type. Okay, and this is fast
Excuse me,
type.
want to know how I can specify the suitable form or field. What is the base or the logical thinking of specify the suitable field?
When I can use the value list and when I can use the form list. Is this your question?
Yeah. Yes, and so on. Yes.
Okay, so now and so on. If I how to use the different fields or different attributes now. Okay, now I have to first to understand the functions of each attribute and how it's impacted in the database. So for example, we have used this employee to get the employee, we have used the form list. And actually, this is a new attribute. Why I use the form list? Because I need to get some value. It allows me easily to get another value from different application or the same application and actually to do the mapping easily. It has a mapping function. It has a filter function that I can use later. It allows me to do the concatenation in the display easily. I can select multiple values in the display value. So all these functions actually, and because I know the functions of these attributes, so I know this is the most suitable UDA that I can use for this field. And for the date, actually, of course, I need a date UDA. For the request ID, I need something serial. I need serial sequence. So this is the request ID. And so on. If I need something static, as we explained yesterday, it's a drop-down list and its values are static. I will not change it. So what I will use static value list and so on. So by knowing the functions of each attribute, actually, I can decide which one is more suitable for this position.
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome. Okay, so we will start adding the start date and end date. So this is the start date. Okay. And it's going to be in the same panel. This is 3. Mandatory field, of course. I have to define the date type. Okay. This is the start date and the end date. Please, if you have any question, just stop me anytime. Okay, now I have my two fields, the start and end date. So I will do something here. I need some validation here. Can someone guess what validation do I need here with the start and end dates?
End date should not be earlier than the start date, and start date should not be in the past. But no, that normally happens. End date should not be earlier than the start date.
Exactly, exactly. So let's add these validations first. Let's start with that the start date cannot be in the past, or in some cases it can. But let me start with the validation, the most logical validation, which is the end date cannot be earlier than the start date. Okay, what I will do here, that I will go to the end date and edit this field and go to the configuration, and I have something called conditional validation here. Let me click on this and build my validation. So what do I need now? I need, when this validation or this message will be displayed, I will write my validation condition here. I will enter my validation condition here, and my message will be here. So the end date should not be earlier than the start date. That's it. And actually, I have a checkbox here. If it's a warning, only a warning, or it's an error. By default, it's an error. It prevents me for saving the form actually, if it's an error. If it's a warning, it allows me to save the form, but it shows me that this is a warning. So I have entered my message, and now I need to enter my condition. Can someone help me now? What from the fields now I will select?
Start date.
So the start date, okay. When the start date is less than okay, less than the end date, and I will select the end date here. Okay, actually I need to copy this. Okay, this is right. Is this right?
Seems like.
What kind of script language is this? Is there any guidebook for this one?
We can actually, I will show you later, inshallah. But this is how to it's displayed in the tool. Every field
It's okay. I missed
is
this one.
displayed.
Sorry.
Yeah, is displayed this way. So this is the start date, UDA dot, and this is the name of the field actually. So every UDA is displayed this way in the front in my in the tool here. So let me save. Okay, let me save this and save. Let me go to the run mode. Okay, and let me test this. So if my start date will be on 25th now, and this warning should not be displayed now. So why did this warning displayed? So something is wrong. See?
It's not working. We should change smaller than to greater than.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so I will go back to the configuration, and this should be greater than. Save. Check again. This is 25th, and if it's 27, it's okay. If it's 23, so I have the warning. If I try to save now, it will say, please check validation on this field. The end date should not be earlier than the start date. So it will prevent me from saving the record, actually. Okay, clear?
Clear.
Yes. Okay. Now we have added the start date and end date and added my validation. What else do I need for my leave management to be completed now?
We forgot to put leave type.
The leave type.
And also department.
Yes. Okay. And this department actually has to be in the employee first. Okay. Let me add the leave type. This is the leave type form list. I will use this leave type. Okay. Okay, I will choose my application. This is from the HR system. The module is which one? The leave types. Yes. This is the form, and the field name is leave type name. Okay. And save. Okay, what else? I can add the departments actually and get the employee department as a mapping from the employee form. Let me do this. Let me add another dictionary here. Departments. Okay, and it will be in the lookups and save. Okay, what headers do I need? I need first the department name. This is the text. And maybe the department would.
Maybe departments responsible.
Yes, department manager, maybe. Yes.
Why not?
Okay, text. Okay. Okay, let me go back to my run mode, actually refresh. Oh, let me check the privilege. So the privilege now, let me save. Go back to the lookups. Yes, I have the departments now. Okay, I will start adding new department. Please help me with this.
Accounting, sales, purchase.
Accounting. Okay, accounting. I will leave this empty for now. Okay, sales. This one will be this will be 4. This is okay. Purchasing. Okay, what else?
Logistics maybe. IT.
Okay. IT. Okay, and so on. If I have a list, obviously I can do the bulk as I said before. I will show you this bulk function, inshallah, in the future. Okay, let me go back to my designer and add this department in the employee form. Okay, I will use, actually I can use also from the form list, I can select a dictionary from the form list also. So let me this time select a dictionary from the form list. So this is a department. It will be in the main section 1, 3. Okay, this is from the application called HR system. The module is called departments. This is my dictionary. Okay, dictionary form, and the field is department name. Okay, and that's it. Save. Now I have the department. Maybe I can redesign this. Here, this one 3. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me go back to the employees and select the department. For example, I will select for this person, sales. Okay, and for the other one, accounting. And now what I will do is I will go to the leave management, and while selecting the employee from the leave management, I will get also his department and his branch. Leave management. Okay, I will add 2 text fields, one for the branch. Okay, and one for the department. Maybe I can do this input mode as a read only. I don't want anyone to change on these fields. Okay, and this should be mandatory. The start date should be mandatory. The end date also. And the leaf type. Okay, now what I will do is I will go to the employee attribute, go to the edit this field, and from the field info, I will start doing the mapping. Plus, I have the employee name in different field, in separate field actually. I will select from my source the branch. Okay, and branch. Okay, and also the department. Okay. Okay, something I forgot to tell you about the form list here, that the form list structure in the database. It has, or it's being represented in the database as two values, two columns actually, an ID and a department and a value actually. ID and a value. The ID is the rec ID from the source that I get this value from. And the value is the value that I have selected in the display. Okay, understood?
Yes.
Okay, now when I select from the source, he represented two values now, the department, which is the value itself, the display itself, and the ID. So I need to map the value, not the ID. I will select the value here, and the target will be the department, my text field that I have added, and save. Okay, and save this. And let me see this from the run mode. Okay, now if I have selected Muhammad, for example, he will map the branch, the name, and the department values. Okay, I didn't add any leaf types. Let's do this. Okay, leaf types. Help me with the leaf types. What do I have?
Casual leave.
Casual leave. What else?
Annual leaves, earned leaves.
Sick leave.
Annual. Sick. Okay, this is enough. Okay. If I go back to the leave, now I can see my three values. Okay, something else actually I want to do here. I want the request date to be mapped automatically when I start this request. So let me go to my form. And if you remember from yesterday's session, how did we do this? Can anyone help me with this?
It should be today date time.
Today's date, yes. I want to map or get the date, the current date, and to be mapped in the request date automatically when I initialize this form. We haven't talked in details about the rules, but I have made this as a simple rule. So let's do this again. I will go to the rules in the form, this form, and add a new rule. And this action will be called mapping backend. I will talk about these different actions in the future, inshallah, but this is the most simple that I'm trying to use a lot, so you can get used to it. So this is this action called this action called the mapping backend. The description, maybe request date. Parent order is 1, and the execution type is, can you help me with this? What is the execution type that I need to use?
After
Creation.
creation.
It should be creation.
On form initialization. Yes, before
Yeah.
creation. Exactly. I don't have any conditions here. And from the mapping type, from the three options that I have in the mapping, I will choose only, I have different mapping actually. I have the form that I can do a mapping from different form. I can do the mapping from DB repository. I can make a database repository and get the data from there. And I can do simple static mapping. And that's what I will do. Okay. This is my target here, the field. It will be the request date, and this is the dynamic value, which is my current date. I will get from the system, which is the date with this dollar sign. This is the current date from the system. And save. That's it. If I go to the leave management now, I can see that this is the today's date. Okay, let me add a record. Here, the start date will be 25th and till 28th, and the leave type is sick leave, and save. Okay, till this point, is there any confusion about something that we have talked about, explained, some UDE that you need to ask about in more details? Please let me know.
Not
No,
from my
until
side.
this time, everything is clear. Thanks, Mohammed. You are a good teacher.
Thank you so much.
I trust recordings. When I try to create new forms, yeah, we may ask to videos again to
Yes.
Yes, we
remember.
are not that young anymore. We couldn't remember everything now, Mohammed. We will check
Ye-
if we have missing points, we will check the videos.
Yes, and actually you have to try it yourself. You have to make your hands dirty, as they say. So you will not learn if you didn't try it yourself. That's why I asked you yesterday to make your own applications and start asking questions. Because of course, if you try to make new application or make a new thing, you will face some issues. You will not remember everything, even in the recording. Maybe I forgot to tell you something. So you can ask about this and this and this, how to do this. Maybe this is another topic we will discuss later. Maybe it's something that I forgot to talk about. This is the way. So this is actually helps me know that how do you think and what issues do you face when using or creating new applications or creating new business cases. Okay, so let me go back to my designer and actually start using a different UDA. Okay, maybe we have talked about, I have actually here in the simple fields, I have the help UDA, which is I can add a brief or explanation that that I can actually design. Let me show you this actually. This is a help UDA. So this is a lead help.
What's the meaning of UDA? Can you open it?
This is actually a naming. This is a naming specific for our tool, actually. This is called, or it's abbreviation for user-defined attribute. So it's an attribute or field. You can name it whatever you. It's an attribute or a field.
Okay,
This is
user-defined attribute. I
yes.
understand now. Sorry for
Yes.
stupid questions. Sometimes I can't.
No. It's not stupid, actually. This naming is, I know it's confusing, and even me, I didn't understand this in the beginning. So it's an attribute, yeah. So let me add this help. It will be the first. Oh, sorry, be 3, and the order will be first. And okay, now I have something. I have this checkbox. Either it will be appear as a content, or it will appear as just a help icon that when I hover on it, it will show me the description that I have added. So it's if you need to use this field as a content. So let me show you this. Actually, yeah. The span size, let me do it as 1. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I can design the description of my help, or uh, the info that will be displayed for the user. So I can design or write whatever I want. So this is, or please fill all the mandatory information in order to submit this leave request. Okay. I can restyle this, make it bold, change the color of this one. Okay, add an image. Yani do whatever I want to do here. And save. Okay, let me go to the run mode. Now this is the help UDA. If I hover or click on it, yeah, actually this is a bug. It has to be in the right side. I will change its position. It will be 3 or
Can we
4.
report this kind of bugs to the architects or engineers somehow?
Yes, actually, yeah. Yes, we can. We can submit a ticket to the development team, and they fix these bugs. Okay. If I go to the run mode, okay. Now I can see my explanation now. And this is the caption that I have chosen. I can change this and I can change also the message. Okay.
As I understand, we can put it for entire form, or we can put it for some extra text boxes to give some extra information.
Yes, yes. It's for it's a brief or extra information or explanation for the user to take care about something or know something maybe.
It's a good object to guide users. Yeah.
Yes, to guide users, exactly. Let me change the style of this and make this background as white. Okay, what else do we have here? We have the complex. Yes, maybe I need to add an attachment also for the leave management. So I will add an attachment. This is attachment. I will add it in a different panel. This is a tab view, attachments, and save. Okay, and that's it. Let me save. Okay, what else maybe I need for this leave management? Can you help me?
In the future, we can put approver as read-only, but now we cannot select it from any table.
Approval, sorry, again?
Yeah, leave approver.
Leave
It's
approvals
yeah.
as the process or
Yeah, workflow. Yeah,
workflow,
workflow.
yeah. We can add a workflow actually, but I don't want to explain the workflow right now because it's a
Yeah.
different topic. So we will explain it later, inshallah.
Yeah, let's say it in future.
Okay. So what else here in the complex? I have the note. Also, it's a comment. If I need to add comments, different comments and different notes. Let me see this. Yeah, this is the note. So it's a note here. I will add this in a different panel called, it's also a tab view and called notes. Okay, and save. Okay, this is already exist. So let me call this comments. Okay, and save. Okay, let me go to the run mode, add, and this is my notes. And this is actually, I can add like needs review and add this plus. It will add this note. So this is my note, and this is actually my name in the system, the first two letters from my name. admin, so SA, and created by, this is the username and the time stamp. And another user or another person will go and add another comment, for example, reviewed okay, and add, and so on. So I can see all the comments on this single record or single request from a single UDA called nodes. And this is actually impacts in a database in different table with these informations. Okay. What else do we have here? The complex fields that we commonly use. Okay, we have the attachment, the form list, the plan. This is, we will discuss in the future, the Google map, maybe in the future, yes. And the assignment info. Okay, maybe at this point, we have also invokers. Invokers, this is as a button or something to invoke, to do a rule, or to execute a function or an action. We will discuss inshallah later. We have the shortcut and the rule invoker and database invoker and different invokers actually. We have the charts, different kind of charts. We will discuss also the charts in a different topic. But right now, I want actually to explain how to make a user in the system and the privilege, how to give a privilege to different users. Okay, is there any, someone have any comments before I go to this topic?
No, I think we have got the complex fields and the simple fields only. That's right.
Yes, yes. And not all of them, not all of them. But as we go, as we proceed with this training sessions, we will discover more attributes actually we are going to use later, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you.
You are welcome. Okay, so the security or the privacy in the system, how to make a user in the system and how to make a group and how it's structured in the system. So from the top tab here, I have something called security. I will click on it. I have three options: users, profiles, security, groups. Of course, if I have the privilege, I will see all of these features. I can see the users' profiles. I can see the security groups, the groups, or the different profiles in the system. Okay, these user profiles will allow me to see first. At first, I will see my user account only. And if I need to edit on it, I will click on edit and I can add an email, change an email or location or mobile. Okay, so let me now explain or tell you now these icons here. So I can click on this plus sign to add a new user if I have the privilege also. If I don't have the privilege, I will not see this plus sign. I can see all the users by clicking on all. So because I have the privilege, so I can see all the users. So mine, and this is to get admin users, something else. Okay, and Let me show you how to add a new user. Okay. This is to add. This is actually, I have authentication or authorization type, different types. I have the database, LDAP user, email, or API. So I will select DP. This is the login profile. This is something default related to the system. So it's also always default profile configuration. And here I will start filling these users details. I will select the first name.
I think our accounts doesn't have the privilege for editing the
Adding.
users.
Yes, maybe. Yeah, I'm just showing you the features in the system, and inshallah, maybe I can give a privilege to add users, inshallah, in the future. So this is to start adding a new user in the system. I will select the first name, the last name, the username, and the email, and fill all the information, and then save. After I save this user creation, in this email registered, he should receive, as you received actually, every single one of you have received an email with the username and the password, the initial password. So after I save, this email will receive the same message. Okay, and this is how to add a new user. Okay, to add a new group. So this user now, I have to assign this user to a group. So he will be able to log in to the system. So how to do this? For example, for me, I can select on groups now, and I can see the list of the of groups that I am assigned into. So I am now in a single group, which is called this is the group. I can add myself to a new group by adding like this, and this is the hierarchy of the system. I will explain it in a minute. This is the company, this is the organization, and this is a different group, and save. So I have added this group to myself now. How to add a new group? Okay, so the structure in the system, it's structured actually in 3 levels. I have something called company, something called organization, and under the organization, I can assign or add the groups, the new groups. And for these groups, I have multiple users for each group. I can grant privileges for each group and so on. So if I need to add a new group, I click on add and name this group. Maybe it's maybe managers, for example, HR managers. Okay. And this is the description. I can add my description. I will put this the same. And this is the group type, actually. If I want to make this group as a company, which is the first level, or it's an organization, it's under some company, or it's a group, it's under an organization, and this organization is under a company. So these 3 level structure I have to follow. So this is, for example, will be a group. Okay, and once I have selected the type of the group to be a group, actually, I have to choose the company, the parent company. I have only one company in the system and only one organization in the system. So I have to choose the two levels before or behind this group. So this is the company and this is the organization. And the status of this group, either it will be active, suspended, terminated, it's active group. And if I have a common email, maybe I will use later in the notifications or yes, to send notifications or emails to the whole member, to the whole members of this group. So I need to select one or make a common email for this group. If I have, for example, let me add this tg.com. Okay, and save. Now I have added my group. This is under this company and this organization. And I have three groups actually under this organization. If I click on the members here, I don't have any members yet. If I click on this NTGapps training, all of you guys are under this group actually. And we can see the privileges here. If I have the option or if I have the privilege actually to grant privileges to other users or to other groups, I can add from here. So this group, for example, will have privilege to, these are all the forms in the system. So I can control from here which one or which, for this group, who is going to add, who is going to list, to view, to modify, to delete, to bulk, to log view, to view free module. All these I can control from here to grant privilege for this whole group.
All are okay, but I don't understand the view privilege. The last column. Can you open the screen again?
Yes. Okay. Again.
Last column. View free module.
View free module. Free module we will explain later. That's why I skipped this,
Okay.
because we have different modules. Actually, if you remember, we have three different types of modules. If you remember, we have the form module, we have the dictionary, and we have the free module, which is a free space. It's not, it doesn't create a table in the system. It's just a free space that I can make a dashboard. I can do reports in it. I can do a landing page. We will discuss this later, inshallah.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, you are welcome. So these are the different forms of each module and each applications. I can see it here. Okay.
Excuse me, I want to know what's the meaning of the privilege bulk in this way.
This is bulk. So this is also this feature we will discuss later, but bulk actually. So for each form, I have the option to bulk data, to bulk sheets. For example, for this, let me explain it now. We go back to the HR system designer. This is the leave management or the employees. Let me add this bulk option to the employees. If I go to the privilege, I can actually change the privilege from here, from each form, from the form itself, or from the position, from the security privilege for each group. So I have from the privilege here, if I click on privilege, I will see all the groups in the system. I click on the organization now, I can see all the groups now. So let me give you guys the privilege to add. So this group now will have the privilege to add, to list, view, modify, and delete records. If I want to give you privilege to delete, also I can. Okay, bulk. This is an option also to bulk data. Let me show you. Okay, if I give this group privilege to bulk and save, Now, if I go to the HR system, I can see beside the list and the add, I have the bulk. And bulk, actually, if I click on the bulk, I can download the template, and the template will be downloaded in an Excel sheet. Let me show you. Download the template. This is actually my employee form in an Excel sheet. These are the mandatory fields that I have marked mandatory. Okay, and I can list all the employees now in an Excel sheet, or for example, modify my sheet if I'm coming from another company, for example, or if I'm working in a different project and I get a list of employees, so I can modify this template with the sheet that I get, the employee sheet that I get, and list all the employees. And after I list all the employees here, now my sheet is ready. Now I will do something. I will start bulking. Now I can create, I can upgrade, update, and I can merge. Now I need to create, to add, to insert in this table, actually. So I will create. Now I have to attach the Excel sheet that I have. Then I will attach, for example, this template. I have the template now, and save. Okay, maybe because it's empty, we will not get anything here. Okay, let me add something in this sheet. This is true. For example, this basic salary, 3,000. This is the branch. Can you tell me one of the branches we have in the system?
IT says.
This is the department, not the branch. Maybe Egypt. Yeah, Egypt. Branch. Yes.
What will happen if lookup fields have different data? For example, you have provided Egypt branch, and there was only Egyptian branch was there. So
Yeah.
how
It will not be displayed. If it's a list, if it's a drop-down list, it will not be displayed.
No, I mean, while importing the information, obviously the information of the branch which is provided in the sheet is not available in the system. So how system will handle that kind of situation, whether it will save a null value against the branch field, or will it create a separate branch for that name? How will it handle?
Yes. First, I have to get these different branches that I don't have in the system and import these branches first in the system. And then I can use these branches as I go from the employees, for example. So I have to import these branches first in the system, then I can use it.
Yeah, sorry.
Otherwise, it will be a null value.
Null value, right? Because there can be chances of user input error, right? Right. So there are chances that there might be spell check or something like.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah,
Exactly.
so it will store a null value.
Yes. Okay, now if I see now in the sheet I have, because this is a form list actually, so I have two values. I have two columns. I have to fill now. Let me go back to the system and preview the lookups from the lookups, the department. Okay, and now I have to select one of these. This is the ID actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the value. So for example, I will select IT and the value will be 4. We go back here. This is the value IT and the department ID will be 4. Okay, employee name. Employee name, maybe it's a new employee. Muhammad. Nationality. This is a value list. Let me go back to the nationalities. Get one from here. Is Egyptian. I don't have any notes, and phone number will be something like that. Okay, and I will save this. Okay, go back to my form and do the bulking now. I will go to the employees, bulk, create, attach my Excel sheet. This is the employees form. Now I can see the record and it does something. It does an auto mapping now. This is the header of the sheet and this is the equivalent field from the form. So this is the form and this is the field. This is the header and this is the field. Basic salary. I have to make sure that each one is each field matches the header from the sheet. And the branches, the date of birth, the department ID, the department value, and the employee name, nationality, notes, and phone number. Now I will save. It's taking time. I don't know why. It's only one record. Maybe something is wrong.
Yeah, it will stuck in validation loop. Let's wait and see. Or Excel still open. I don't know.
Okay, just for the session time, I don't want to wait longer. So actually, this is the way how to bulk. But there is an issue. I don't know how or what is the issue. Maybe I will investigate in this later. But this is actually the bulk option or the bulk feature. And I have to grant this privilege to different groups or different users to be able to bulk sheets or to bulk data in different forms. So let me clear this. Okay, and maybe let me check the list actually. No, it didn't add. Okay, so this is actually the bulk. This is the bulk feature. Okay, do you have any questions before I move on to another topic? No questions? Okay. Actually, let me show you the plan for this for the coming days, and make sure that we have covered all the points now. We have learned how to make system user. We have learned how to create a new app using the tool wizard. We didn't see this one. Let me show you. As I said before, we have two ways to make applications, either from this plus apps icon, or I can use the wizard from the system. So if I click on the wizard, it will guide me actually. If it's a new application or edit an existing app. So if it's a new application, it will go step by step actually what we had done for creating the application. So this is the application name. For example, this is test. This is the identifier, my identifier. Okay, and this is the icon. And then if I need to add a field in this form, if I don't, I can cancel this and next. And by building this, it will add a new application or a new container in the system. So I don't want to do this. We have already learned how to create an application. Okay, and then different types of modules. We have learned the different types of modules and how to create a form. Okay, so for revision only, can someone tell me what are different types of modules and the differences between them?
We have free modules
Hmm?
and dictionary modules
Yes.
and static modules or
Our main, yes, our main module, which is it called a form module.
form module. Yes, yes.
Yes, exactly. And do you know what are the differences between them?
Free modules, you said we will know later. And
Okay.
form modules, the module contains fields that we with information to display information on the app.
Okay.
Uh,
This is, for example, this is a form
so,
or
ah,
a dictionary.
yes.
So this is a form module. So the form, each form module that I make in the system, I get these options with it. I get the list, I get the add and the bulk. So this is actually a form module. The dictionary module, this is actually for the lookups. This is a dictionary module. I have only the add. It's a simple view of the form. So these are two kinds of forms, and this dictionary actually is more simpler for key and value, as you said before, and this is for the to add my fields. This is the design my form and my to add my fields, actual fields, and build my business case and add my flow and workflow and process and so on.
Okay.
Okay. Different types of UDAs. We have learned some of them, the UDAs, different types of UDAs, configurations and validations. So we have tried to make a validation, the start date and end date, if you remember. We have created the start and end. And I have different validations also. I have something called conditional visible. Okay, conditional read only and conditional mandatory ignore. Let me show you this actually. So for example, I want these this end date to be visible only when I select the start date. How to do this? So I will click on the end date. This is the end date. Go to the conditional visible. Check this and build my condition, visible condition. So when the start date is not equal to null, this should be visible. Let me save, go back to the run mode. Okay, at the beginning it should be hidden. As I see now, I cannot see the end date. If I selected the start date, I can see now the end date. It's visible for me. If I clear this, it will be hidden again. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay, so if there is another question, is there is a possibility that we can bind employee creation to the user creation? Might be it can be an advanced feature, but if that is available, I'm curious that whether that is possible or not.
Yes, it's possible actually, and we have specific actually UDA for this. Let me talk about this first, even if it's advanced, but it's in our UDA, so I can show it to you quickly. Okay, if I go to the employees, I have a specific UDA or field called assignment info. And this field actually is for to link this profile to a system user. That's it. So if I select this field and let me give it a name, it's a system user. Okay. And I will put it in another panel. This is system user. Okay. Okay, now I have something here in the assignment info. In the assignment info, in the configuration itself. Now, if you can see now, I have the companies in the system, I have the organization, I have the groups and the members. Okay, so if I select the company, so this company will not be shown in the form. So this is as a default value. I have selected this company. So all the organizations or all the members assigned or created in the system has to be selected from this company only. If I have different companies in the system, I cannot select from different companies because I have made this as a default company. You understand this?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so this is the company. If I want to do the same thing with the organization, so I can make a default organization from the system. I can do this. Okay, now I have only two options will be shown in the form, only the group and the member. Okay, let me save this and see what do we have here. This is the designer. Actually, let me put this a sub panel from the title and save. Okay, now let me go to the run mode, employees, add, or let me list, get one from the list. This is Muhammad, for example, and I want to assign this employee to an account user. I will go to the system user and select in which group from the system I will select. So he is from the training, NTGapps training. Now I will get all the employees or all the accounts in the system. Now this is Ahmed Isa. So this is the member, and now I have linked this employee to this user, and I can use this information for different purposes. For example, in my case, business case, we will maybe we will learn something later on for this, how to use this one in different cases actually. But this is how to link an employee profile to a system user.
Okay, so that is great, but my question is again, is there a possibility then, for example, if we create an employee or we create a user, the same information is created in the employee side, right? For example, when we are building a payroll system, normally what we do that we provide every employee view rights for his own data and for own workspace. So for that purpose, obviously the HR department will be creating the records for all the employees. So it can be a requirement from the client that whenever I create an employee in the employee system, a user for that employee should be created in the user system.
Yes, yes.
The user privilege. So is that possible as well?
Yes, yes, this is possible actually, and I didn't want to go this advanced, and I have talked about only talked about this UDA, but you can actually use by using something called or rule called API action. You can do an API rule, REST rule that you can you can put this rule actually on the save, and whenever I save this employee with the basic information, I will save, and this rule will be executed, and it will create a user in the system only by clicking this save. But this is an advanced option. We will talk about this later, inshallah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, is there any questions? Anyone have any questions about what we have talked till now? Okay, well, let me talk about, we have talked about the privilege, user privilege, and this is, we have the form level and the field level. Actually, I can control the privilege for the level of the field itself from the configuration. How to do this? Maybe I need, for example, I need this field, only a specific group to see this field. So now, if I go to the configuration, I have granted by default, all fields by default are granted for all groups, but I don't want this for this specific field. So I will uncheck this and select a specific group from the system to see this field. So I want, for example, the HR managers only to see this group, and to see it as a normal mode or read only. I can control this also from here. So by saving, if I'm not in this group, I will not see this department level. Let me see now. Department, I can see it now. Maybe I am in the HR. From the profiles, I am in 2 groups only. So let me go back to the HR system. Okay, I didn't save this one. Organization, I will select only the members of this group will see this field and save. I'm not assigned to this group, so I shouldn't see this field actually. So it's hidden now. I cannot see the department. If I assign myself to this group now, I can see this field. Let me do this now. This is my account. If I go to the groups and add a new group from the system to myself, I will add this HR managers. And let me go back to the form. Oops, I cannot. Maybe I can. I have to log out. Okay. This is now I can see the department. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now we have learned about the user privilege.
There is one request. Can you turn these, check bullet points into check boxes so that you can check and we can be only viewing the remaining items
What checkbox again?
in the document. Can you turn the bullet points into check boxes? Might be the one. Yeah.
Okay, yes. Yeah, I can do this. Checkboxes.
I think on the
Bullet
right side of the, I think
From where? The right side?
no, next to, yeah, no, left side, next to the, yes, this one, I think, no list,
No list. This is no list.
no.
Okay, maybe I can do this
Yeah,
later.
okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, that will actually help because the list is too long, so we will be only reviewing the items which are not checked, so that will help in
Yes,
for a
sure.
quick review.
Yeah, thank you for that. Okay, now we have learned about the user privilege or the form level and the field level. We have learned about the create and list, and this is actually for only the module called form module, the create and list, how to list. Let me speak about the list also because we have an advanced search option in the list. If I go to the list now, if you can see here, I can do a filter. Beside this filter, I have also a filter here. You can filter from here, as you can see. And also, I can export as an Excel sheet. I can export as PDF, CSV. I can send via email, or I can export all as CSV. This export all actually helps me to get all the list because actually this list has limit and I can control this limit. Either it will be 1,000 record, 10,000 record, and whatever the limit that I can put for this list. So by clicking on export all, I will export all the records from the database. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now I can do an advanced search using this option actually by selecting my criteria. Now I want to select or to filter only all Egyptians in my list. So I would select my criteria to be nationality and then add filter. And this nationality is what nationality I can select from this list. So Egyptian, for example, and search. Okay, now I have only one Egyptian. Okay, let me, and so on. I can select. I don't have any Turkish nationalities. I don't have any Qatari, and so on. So I select my criteria, and also I can select multiple criteria, actually, the nationalities and Egyptian. This is the nationality. No, this is the one. Okay, I can also select a different criteria, which is, for example, the I can control this list actually. The name has, for example, S on it, like. Okay, and I can search. Now I don't have any S, employees with S, M. It's not working. Employee name. This is the employee name. Oh, sorry. So this is the employee name. So this is Salah. S contains S on it. So select search. I have, because this employee's name is Salah. So I want all employees are their nationality is Egyptian and contains M. So search. I don't have, and so on. So I can control my search criteria here, and I can also save this search for later by clicking on this and adding new template here. Actually, by clicking on save, giving this a name. This is Egyptian employees, and save. Okay, now I have saved the profile called Egyptian employees. Okay, and I can select from it. Okay, clear?
Yes, it is.
Yes, clear.
Okay, now I want to talk about actually I have something called NTGapps Assistant. Okay, and this is actually might help you if I need an assistant from the tool itself. I can click on help here, this icon, and for example, search for whatever I want to do. For example, I want to do a dashboard. So I have a question here called how to create line chart dashboard. I want to create a grid dashboard, pie chart. Let me select one of these, for example. Okay, and this is will go step by step how to use this function or how to create this or fulfill this question actually. You can also search different options. For example, JS rules, how to add a JS, because I have different functions in the JS. He will suggest for me different questions. How to load object in JS rules, how to call rule invoker, how to save current, and so on. I can use this assistant actually to guide me how to do this option or this feature. Okay, clear? Is it clear?
Yeah, it is there. Okay.
Okay, that's it. I think we have covered all the points that we need to learn in day 1 and day 2. And tomorrow, inshallah, and after tomorrow, we will start discovering the different kind of rules and what are the best practices to use the different rules I have in the system. Before we stop, or before we finish this session, is there any question about what we have learned so far in the past 2 days, or yesterday and today?
I need only the record of the 2 sessions. It's necessary for me to remember the information.
Sure, okay.
Sure.
Okay, I will make sure that every one of you will get the recording of 2 sessions, inshallah. And if no one has any other questions, we can stop here and continue tomorrow, inshallah. But make sure to apply the features we have created or explained today and yesterday. Make sure to do this, because if you didn't discover the tool with yourself, you won't remember anything. So just do this, and if you have any questions, just write them down and ask me tomorrow morning, inshallah.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I will
Thank
see you
you.
tomorrow,
Bye.
inshallah.